All right, it is September 12th, I think, 12th or 13th. So I did something to the garden, not this section, but another section. It looks pretty cool. And things are still blooming. Some fell, some are re-blooming. And I'm hoping that it's going to stay warm enough to get some of the other stuff that hasn't bloomed yet growing. And today was about 80. We've been still 80 to 82, 85 a couple times, even 90 last week. So it looks like we're still going to be 80s for another week or so with 45 to 50 overnight, which is the norm. All right, let me take you close. Okay, I'll try to make this short so it doesn't go too long and it focuses. So you can see the gladioluses, they are gone. But look at the size of that sunflower. Tall and skinny, growing all. I call it minute bowl. It's the minute bowl sunflower. You'll see when we get close over there to that. The other one is died off, but other ones have come up on it. I'll show you that. And then the magnificent one is behind us. All right, so a lot of the stuff is the same, but I'll give you some updates on the veggies and stuff like that. And then there are some new plants, and I don't know what they are, these flowers. So the cucumbers, I added mulch to the cucumbers and the tomatoes and the carrots because the sprinklers were coming on again, and they were coming on twice, and we just really didn't need it. And they started to turn yellow, so I added thicker mulch, and it worked out for the tomatoes and the carrots, but not for the cucumber. I keep getting, here my little frog, hopefully we'll see him. So this cucumber is pretty decent, but as you can see, it's growing with like a crook, right? And then like you saw in the other videos in the beginning when I started this, they're turning yellow. So that one will be all right. And I think hopefully we'll get quiet. I haven't been able to film because it was nightmarish. See like what happens here? This deformed one. And then again, this guy yellowing, browning. And then this one like kind of deforming a little bit too. And then this one over here, another. It's been like this for a week, so I guess it's done. It's just almost like it just got squashed down. And a few other ones that's yellow. These guys never took off with vines. Then they would grow nice ones, and then they would turn yellow. So I thought I was going to have like 7, and now I really don't have much of anything. But I'll show you the ones upstairs are growing nice. So let me just back off this view a little bit and show you. So the carrots are really growing good. Again, they're all planted at the same time, but they go from high to low. And these little violas are growing really nice. There's one in the back, as you can see, behind the tomato that grew about 1.5 feet tall and a whole bunch of flowers. And I keep clipping and they keep growing. And so you can see the tomatoes. Some of them, there's about 6 on there. It's hard to see. And then there's a few down in here and over here. So that's cool, and one over here. The basil, I don't know what happened. Too much water maybe? The basil grew with leaves, like spiky leaves like that, instead of the, let's see if I can get it in here without crushing anything. So this is more like a basil leaf right there. The guy to the right of my thumb. Right in there. But I don't know, maybe too much water, and they grew, and I tasted it. It tasted a little funny, like too much, like too strong with a slight strange taste. So the cilantro I'm regrowing again, and the dill kind of ran itself out, so I'm redoing that again, and already coming up in like 4 days. You see them way down there? Like 3-4 days, bang, bang. Parsley I got a clip today, so it will regrow. Hear that, frog? So that will regrow. The strawberry is right there in the front. And again, to the right of the awesome marigold, there's another strawberry down there. Now, the one on the left fruited 4 to 5 strawberries at the end of the summer, in August, mid-August. The other 2 down here haven't. But I'm hoping, since they're a two harvest season, that they'll do it by October, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So here's one of these hollyhocks that are going to bloom. And in case you forgot, I'll show you ones that are bloomed. So this one's growing like it should have, like tall and straight up, like that. And then another great marigold here, like that. And here's this new guy. I don't know what it is. Took a long time. So here is another hollyhock. And, oh no, actually it's not. I don't know what this is. Okay, so it's different than this guy. See the leaves? They're spiky. And then there's that. So that's really cool looking. Purple and then yellow in the middle. There's another one, it's pink. So that has those leaves, so I'm not sure what that is. And then there's this, which is totally different. So it's, the hollyhock is the big, huge, funky leaves, elephant ears, and then this. So I don't know what that is yet, but there is more to be found. Okay, so here's another one of these, like that purple guy you just saw to the right of the camera right now. This one looks like it might be white. So that's cool. This is going to be a cosmos, which hopefully will go, and these are all cosmos here. And like I said, the weather is still pretty good. So I looked on the internet, and if you remember in the other video, now the camera, I'm looking at yellow, but it's mostly a yellowish orange. And these are giant marigolds. So I didn't order a giant marigold. Hold on, let me pause it. All right, so these are giant marigolds, and I didn't order giant marigolds, and I didn't order anything separate that looked like that. So that's the giant 3-foot tall marigold, and that's that. So I don't know if they came out of the same package, or if they were a mixed seed in like one of those bouquet or whatever they're called, where like I had a mix of different flowers, and that was one of them. I don't know. So we'll see. They're awesome. Wait till you see the other one. So when you see this, you're gonna see, like, hopefully on the camera, it will be more yellowish and then orange. The other one is pure orange, and it's awesome. There's another. This was the red guy, and then a deeper purple, or a deeper pink came up on this side. Give you a shot over here like this. So here's something, a tiny little guy, and it's like a little pink. Now, camera's not focusing well. Now, this one's gonna be hard to show you, but I'm gonna see if I can get in there. Bear with me for a minute. See that pink one down there? Same as this one down here. It looks like it doesn't have the leaves of the other ones I showed you up front with the purple. Not this purple here, but that pink guy in the back. So that's new. These cool orange ones are also, they look similar to the hollyhock leaves, but they're not. I have no idea what that vine-like flower is, but it's awesome. So I'm in a tight space here, but here's a top view of the marigolds. Now you see some have orange, yellowish orange, and then orange. Others might be orange, others might be yellow. And you can just see the top view of these violas. Now this is all one plant, this whole thing here. And these guys is all one plant, and then here's another one. And I just cut them, so there was more on there. And again, we're in the second week of September. Back of the tomato plant, so you can see some more tomatoes, the carrots, and like that view. Oh, hold on. All right, so over here, there's some, I clip them like pretty much every day, and they keep growing. Probably until October, and then I'll stop clipping them and they'll all pod. The plants will come back again, but they'll also produce more plants and seed. So I got some little blue guys in here, a hollyhock right here starting. One of those things with those spiky leaves, so that looks like another white one. And little purple guy, some blues. Down in the back there is some Zinnia small and a cosmos. Whether they'll grow and get there by, say, October, I don't know. A big pink one of Zinnia, and one on the back, one down here. Where's my mantis friend that's been in the same spot for days, is now gone. And then down in the back, I have some marigold growing down in there. Okay, so here's the 6'5" plus minute bowl. So give you a look over this way for now. Now, this sunflower here, you know, I cut, and then they died. And so now I got one over here, one here, one here, one down there, one down there. So a few more growing already, and it looks like they'll do well. And then look at this guy. My arms are like almost over my head. As a matter of fact, they're way over my head. So that's pretty awesome. And then if you can see some cosmos down there, the zinnia, the orange flowers that I don't know on that vine. That's a hollyhock, the white one. You saw them in the other videos. And again, they do well. They do well. There's another one of those purple guys down over there with the yellow. And then I'm going to show you something else. So here is a snap, and then I'm going to show you in the back where they're growing too. So there's a hollyhock, and it grows tall. The wind did it in a little bit. All in there are zinnias. And again, I don't know what that little purple guy is. And I got some cosmos ready to bloom right here and here. One died out, and one is opening up here. Wait till you see my minute bowl number 2 on cosmos. Almost as tall as this guy. And down here, snap, gonna go bloom, one behind it and one there. So that will fill up next year perfect. I don't have to do anything. I'll let them seed out and they'll overtake. And what I had to do this year is I had to cut back some of these bushes, and I'll have to do that again as they're overgrown. So in this section, they keep on growing, and as you can tell, you know, some of them will look thinned out in here, and they may stop growing. Sometimes they die and I clipped them, but the flowers will keep blooming. There's a lot of new blooms that just happened, and like I said, it should go for a while. And the zinnia that I planted here, it came up fast, hoping that they'll get pretty decent size and maybe bloom before November and it gets really cold, or if it does get cold. And these snaps came up on their own, 1, 2, and that one there over 3. Some more zinnia. That's it on here. So this got weed whacked. I don't know if I got that video on because it might not load it. This guy just didn't blossom, maybe rot or something. And the 2 lupines down there are just taking a long time. So there's some more zinnia coming up. Now the strawberries didn't go well, and they might come after it gets colder, I don't know. The rest of them, you know, I had like maybe 25, 30, and maybe like 8 started to do well. The rest of them didn't. So I put lettuce in this middle spot to see if lettuce will grow there. A little sunflower, and then cosmos and zinnia. And next to it to the right is another lupine, which only 2, 3 or 4 on the other side in the shade have grown huge but never have flowered yet, and I don't know if they will this year, so I'm not sure what's gonna be the outcome this year or next year if they come back. Alright, let me take a longer view. See the one in the middle by the window, the flower? That's the cosmos. The zinnias are pretty big too. So you can see I cleared out those things. I thought they were flowers, I had to wait. They just never panned out. There's another long, tall cosmos on the right. And they might have been a weed, but how they lined up so perfectly, and nowhere else in this place has those weeds, so I don't know. And I used the same soil everywhere, so I have no idea how they got there, but they must have been weeds and they started to brown and die, so I cleared it out. Let me show you this, guys. So again, the water is just too much over here, but there's probably about 12 or so tomatoes here, and on the other guys on the other side about 12. So I'm hoping to have 24 to 30 down here. But because of the water and I guess the extreme heat, this wonderful cantaloupe plant that just still flowering, as you can see, but no cantaloupes on it, just flowers and flowers and flowers. And I'll show you the watermelon first. There's 2 more little tiny ones, but this guy here, you saw the picture 2 weeks ago, well, it doesn't look much bigger. So there may not be any watermelon this year. Those little tiny red romaines, they stayed the same height. So here you go, here's the zinnia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's been 4+ weeks. And the rest of them are fairly new. This guy and that guy are like within a week. The rest of them are in 2 weeks. And you can see how they go the opposite direction, downwards. But when they start, they go upwards. And then, I might have to pause you. So there's another one starting there, and another one starting there. So that would be a total of 8. Hold on. Here's these bees. They're not really, dang it. They just hover in midair. It looks like a fly, but with a bee. You see it? See if I can get close. They're the only ones that can get into the snapdragon. So that's cool. So down here again, a lot of water. And we didn't have much sun, even if it was 90, 95, because for about 3-4 weeks we had a lot of smoky haze and no sun made it through. So I'm not sure if we're going to get any honeydews. So here is that orange one, the orange giant marigold. How awesome is that? And it looks like it's going to have 1, 2, and 3 at least. Oh, and there's 4, one below it. So that's cool. And then look at these sunflowers, more tall, skinny sunflowers. And then bang, 6-foot tall cosmos that's gonna have like 3 or 4 blooms. Cool, huh? So in here, there's a zinnia that came up, a whole bunch of marigolds that are coming up, some more zinnia and cosmos, hopefully. And then down here is another new guy. I'll send a picture. It might come out better. Again, it's one of those kind. The purple was in the middle and the yellow with the spiky leaves, but a little bit different. And then what I did here is all the new mulch you see, there's all lettuce. So there's romaine and then summer bib. So hopefully now it's cooler, it's gonna go better. And I'll show you upstairs my lettuce. So that's going to be all there. And I did some, I think I did basil in one spot and cilantro. Here's a cool looking orangey red. And then another cosmos over here. I put this up so it wouldn't blow, but like that. You can kind of see this direction here. Here's another 4-footer with a whole bunch of blooms ready to go. And then this marigold here, I don't know what it will be. Maybe it might be yellow, I don't know. That would be cool. Yellow, orange, orange, and then yellow. So just a quick look. This is turning out to be a longer video. It's just hard with all the kids and the noise distracting. So just to show you what it looks like. Alright, so a view of that so you can see how it cleared out from all those weeds. It looks a lot better, and the lettuce should grow pretty nice, and I showed you that. And I'll do this one more time. I had a distraction. So over here, there's some things on the ground that you can't see right now, but look at those 2 sunflowers. They're another like 5 foot, 5.5, 6 footers almost. And come down in here real quick, and you can see the whites. And then there's some blue in there. And again, I'm hoping that all these will bloom. See that little pinkish guy in there is one of those with the leaves that are spiky. This one's yellow in the middle with pink. Some blues hiding behind there. And then you can see that this guy here has 1, 2, 3 more flowers ready to come up on it. And the guy to the right. So that's cool. Don't know why they're all lagging behind, but if they can still do it, the zinnias over here, you know, they got 3 branched off, right, left, and down center. So this should look good if they keep blooming. And the sunflowers only have the 1. Let me get a little closer so you can see it. It's funny how they're all different size heights, and the sunflowers themselves are small, giant ones, medium ones, little tiny ones, color variations, yet they're all the same seed. And then over here, this is the last video, which I couldn't upload. It was nicer because it was virtually the same, a couple more zinnias, but there was a lot of marigolds and I had to snip them because they were done. And as you can see, there's one hiding yellow, one in the center, one starting, and a couple over there coming back up. A zinnia, and then the rest are zinnias, like that. So again, I'm hoping they'll all start popping up before, I guess, October or November when it gets a little bit colder. Here's that nice red one. The pinks just started on the top. I don't know what color that will be. These marigolds are just awesome. They last long. You clip them, they come back. Like, see, this guy will have to be done. They could stay 2-3 weeks before they need to be clipped. They're just awesome. Looks like Another red one coming in to the right. Awesome. Alright, so these cosmos look good, and the whites and stuff, I don't know what they are. The orange is one of the only real orange zinnias that came up, along with all those marigolds. I snipped a couple of the cosmos, but they'll be coming back up. And then a larkspur is the white one. The lupine is looking good. There's one cosmos and snapdragons, and the one snapdragon down there in the corner is going to bloom. Now this plant here is awesome, but it's facing the wrong way. This one got knocked down in the wind and somebody broke it. It was going to be an orange poppy. It came out twice in the summer as yellow and then orange, and now orange again. And then this guy right here. Oh, look at that. I didn't even see it. Praying mantis. Hey Dad, look. It's a pregnant one. She's pregnant. She's a strange color brown that I've never seen. I had my head down trying to get off the ground, that's why I didn't see it. Yeah, she's definitely pregnant. And she's not that big, and she's a really interesting color brown. I'll picture it because you're not going to see it as great on the film as you do in the picture. So I can't turn the flower. So, but you see how yellow it is compared to the rest of them. I'll get a picture of it later on when she's gone. Wow, that's awesome. Didn't even see it. Watermelon didn't do well. Way too much water. The sprinklers were just on constantly. So from not being on to on. Now look at this. Now how awesome is that? That has to be clipped, but some of them died off. As you can see, some of them died off. But look at these cosmos. Pink, white, white, pink. You see that one? Look at that sunflower. And there's another sunflower down in there. And I think there was another one. So one is going to come up over there, and then that one. And then all these cosmos. There's tons of them. Can you see how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ready to go on top of the ones that are there? And then down there's some blue guys down there. So yeah, that looks really cool. Nice section right here. So here's the biggest lupine, but still not flowering. It takes a beating though over here. And as you can see, they weed killed and turned everything in here. They weren't supposed to do it, but they did this section. And it killed off the grass, which is bizarre. It was nice, thick grass. And for whatever reason, he threw a weed killer down. And it took some of that off. So these guys bloomed a little bit. Hey, how's you doing, Kevin? Some of these bloomed, but the kids and the weed whacker guy took off a couple. And I broke one by accident. It was so thin. But they're still blooming, and I'll pinch some more back. And the second guy down there is doing well. So this plant next year should do well, and I'll spread some seeds along in here and everything, and that way, and they'll grow better, hopefully. Okay, so I got this on film, and I never even sent it to you yet, but I will because it's short. And look at how awesome this one is. I mean, and here's another late bloomer, but it came up by itself, the white gladiolus. And the one flower started, but then it died. My guess is it could be because of the weed killer down there. I don't know. It's the only time it ever did that. So look at this. I mean, look at how awesome and how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, there could be 10 or more. And there's still more ready to go. You see how awesome that is? I mean, there's still probably 4, 5, 6 of the little guys. Look at this one. Look at this. It's like not fully open or something, or it's on its way out. So yeah, I wanted to show you this. I'm glad I got this in the video. It's a little longer than I wanted. I hope it will upload. I'll do my best, because between this and that praying mantis pregnant, that's awesome. Just get another angle while I'm here so you can see and appreciate this. And it's only about 4 feet tall, but boy, did it sprout branches and sunflowers everywhere. It's a shame they put weed killer there. Glad it didn't destroy this. Here's a lone zinnia. I had planted stuff like this going towards their balcony, but then they started to use this area to put stuff in and out of their balcony railing, so I'm surprised this made it, but it did. This guy transplanted well. Again, in case you weren't paying attention or didn't see a video, this is a little pod. it will turn brown for seeds. I don't want that right now. It's like the second time or third time that it has been blooming.